name's Breeze. This is the MMA Breeze show. Today we got Greg Hardy, UFC heavyweight. Man, I think it's funny we're chatting now at this point in your career. I actually live right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. Been here
Hell,
for the last I don't think 15 years now, man. But I'm from New York, hence the Giants jersey. I know we're talking MMA, but I figured I'm talking to Greg Hardy. I should throw on a jersey. But yeah, man. Speaking of the NFL, obviously you're priming up in the UFC. Do you still watch the games on Sundays? You still keep up with everything? Do you miss it at all? How attached are you still to the game?
I fucks with the game, man. I love it, but I don't really be having time to watch TV or jump onto the games. I watch my friends. Like, if I got guys still in, I'll jump on, check them out, see how the Cowboys are doing, see how the Panthers are doing. But it's really been eyes on the UFC, bro, and super focused, man. Film and so on and so forth. That ish goes.
Yeah, no doubt about it, no doubt. Just as far as Charlotte goes, man, how did you enjoy your time here? You missed the Queen City at all?
Oh, bro, I'm always down. I'm always down for Charlotte, man. That was one of the best times of my life, man. Really spent most of my life, adult life, in Charlotte. So I'm always my son and family still live there. It's just it's always gonna be a good place for me. Didn't have a good ending with the football team, but me and the city have always gotten along, man.
Right on, man. I know that's right. I got everybody here whenever UFC fights come on. I got my buddy, one of my best friends, has the Panthers tatted on his chest, and him and his brothers are all big fans of you, man. So they keep up. But yeah, man, Charlotte's only getting better, man. It's industrializing like crazy. Lots of buildings going up, so it's a good time, and it's only getting better.
Bro,
But at what's that?
everything's changing. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. But on another note, a lot of other exciting things are happening before we get into MMA. I know you got a degree in graphic design, man. Congratulations on that. Are you planning? You got any plans to use that right now? You about to drop MMA like that, or are you just getting it because it's something you've been looking at for a while?
Man, my thing has always been, get it done, attack, accomplish, and that was just something on my list that I needed to get done. And out of college, I came out like in my junior year the first time and ended up going back because of like a hurt foot and to get my degree, and then ended up leaving again early to go to early combine training and just never got back around to it, man. And growing up, you realize you want to do stuff, law firms or be a lawyer. I don't know. You got to go back to school for all that. So just to keep accomplishing stuff, man, I felt like I had to get that done to open up some of the next doors in my life.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And you're gonna obviously you still got a long time in MMA, but it looks like you've entertained, what goes on after that. I know that's been a big thing for athletes is to start being more cognizant and aware of, life after sports. You have any big plans after MMA? Are you gonna be one of the guys that sticks around in the gym and opens up a gym, or are you probably gonna be doing something else?
Hopefully some graphic design, man. But no, I plan on after this probably trying to play some overseas basketball and then being a business mogul, man. Start my own Shark Tank or something.
Okay, all right, I like it. I like it, man.
And so those are my next big boy sports, business and basketball.
Basketball, huh? You've been hooping your whole life, or?
Oh yeah, I played for Ole Miss, University of Mississippi.
Yeah, but are you still hooping today?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just after my last no my Maurice Green fight, I went up to San Diego, man, and played an ABA basketball game. I
Really?
scored
Okay, so you still
like 8 points.
no time for football, but basketball's got its place with you.
Hey,
All right,
I'm
cool.
trying to take over everything I haven't already.
I love it, man. I love it. Check it off the bucket list. Right on. I was speaking to Eric Anders recently, man. Just actually yesterday or the day before, we were talking about football and the things that translated from that. You're obviously a multi-sport athlete, always have been. Not only speak on the physicality and the explosiveness that you get, the advantage from with formalized sport like football, but also the culture, and the discipline, and speak on that and everything that you were able to take from football and bring to your MMA game today.
And I was lucky to be one of the 1% of the 1% when I was playing. So I got to meet with Leon Letts, Charles Haley's. I got to be around Dez Bryant. I got to be around one of the sickest, Chicago Bears defenders of all time as a coach, man. Just the people I got to be around and being at that level allowed me to, you know, start picking up their habits and start to get the inside look at like what it actually takes to be elite, man. And the blessing is when I got here into this MMA thing, you know, I was on my own. And I found that everybody's really on their own in this sport. And those habits and stuff like translated over into helping me keep my ish together, man. Cause you know, it's the eating, it's the stretching, it's the everything. Like there's so many facets in mixed martial arts, bro. That like, I feel like, MMA needs it more than football does, really, but nobody really has it unless, you know, you're elite as hell.
I know that's true, man. Watching heavyweights, you know, it kind of reminds me of high school wrestling, where people sometimes are like, "Hey, you know, they're a lot slower," and sometimes they call them fish, you know. And but you come in and you change that whole stereotype about the heavyweights, man. Like, you come in, you're explosive, you're strong, you're athletic, you know, just like some of the lower weight classes, man. So in your division, do you feel like that's one of your biggest advantages? Is that, you know, you have that elite formalized discipline and explosion and athleticism?
100%, man. I'm in a class of my own, you know, and like the funniest stuff happens when people like talk to me about Derek Lewis or Ngannou, and it's just like, oh yeah, those little guys are. I'm talking, it's like those little guys are nice, man. They're like little guys, little, like,
Yeah.
tiny, don't move very fast. Like Derek Lewis was on Instagram getting his car broken into, bro. And the perfect example is my man was driving a minivan, I think. Like, bro, Derek Lewis is that minivan. He's in MMA, bro.
Oh
That's
man,
that's the athletic version, you know. Like I'm the Hummer, man.
that's a
You know,
metaphor for his
I can get
style.
up, I can get up to 190, 200. I'm gonna run you completely over. I'm a tank. Like those other guys are just they're big vehicles, you know. They lug a lot of background and they move a little bit faster than the other guys. So that's my take on it.
No, no doubt, man. I knew when you came in, I always knew, like, I didn't know how much fighting you knew when you first came to the UFC and everything in MMA. You know, I didn't know how you were going to pan out, but I knew your athleticism was for real. And I knew that was an advantage you were going to have. Turns out you can fight. And I think for me, the big, like, eye opening fight, man, was when you fought Volkov or whatever. It's big, long guy. He's number 4 right now. And I knew, I saw you were having success, but you know, even though you know that you didn't get the nod that day, man, like you had plenty of your own moments, and that's, like I said, top guy, and he's a big guy, unorthodox guy, long guy. Not a lot of people can emulate him. So, you know, how did you feel coming out of that match? Did you feel any small victories that day, or you kind of tough on yourself not getting the nod?
I was hurt just because like I'm not a loser, you know. That's not my it's not my cup of tea. Like I don't take it very well because I don't like to allow that kind of stuff in my life, man. Never have, never will. That's the way I roll. But I was super excited once it wore off and I got to watch the film and I actually saw what happened instead of
Mhm.
kind of BSing and crying over a loss and trying to, you know, work myself to death. It was just like, bro, and actually seeing, you know, what he was doing to other people, you know, like, well, because I just saw what he did to Walt Harris, man. Like that's a fighter, bro. Like Walt,
Yeah, yeah.
he put him away, bro. And like even going back, my coaches, you know, told me like, hey, go look at what he did to Derek Lewis, bro. Like, don't look at the last couple of seconds. Like, and it's like, man, he beat the crap out of him. Like,
Hmm.
he's a very accomplished guy. And like you said, he's long. And I started to see those things, and it's like, bro, I belong here, you know. And that
Hmm.
was kind of where I realized, like, I'm a fighter now. Like, I'm not a football player playing or
Yeah,
fighting, you know, or trying to transition. Like, I'm an actual fighter now. Like, now it's time to develop different stuff. It's
yeah,
time to
man.
get of a fighter instead of an athlete trying to make his way, you know.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I was taken back by that fight. I was impressed. And you went on and you had some great performances after that. You know, I know you're looking to bounce back here against a game guy that's going to give you stand up war. You know, what do you take about that stylistic matchup that you have coming up here with Tuivasa, with what he brings and how it matches up to you?
I think it's gonna be twofold for me, man. Like on the first level, it's about to be entertaining as hell, and that's where I shine, bro. Like I show up to dance on the field and talk shit and fuck up your quarterback, kind of. You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset.
All right, yeah.
I think he's down. You know, like he's been talking, like he's all of his other fights, he's down. He's been talking like he's down. So it's just like, yo, I'm gonna get them to bleed a little bit for y'all, and then put them away, and everybody's gonna love that ish. And then on the other end, like it's giving me time to get back into the lab and fix that last Marcin Tybura the freaking mix up, man. It's just detail here, detail there, so that moving down the road, I can go ahead and get back to my 5 fights a year kind of ish.
Yeah.
Whoever comes up, wrestler, not wrestler, they all can get it now.
All right, cool, man. That's something I was gonna ask you too, man. So you get past this fight with little damage. How many more times would you like to fight this year?
Bro, I'm trying to push out at least 3 more.
Right on, man.
If I get 4 of them this year, man, it'd be dope.
I love it, man. We all freaking love it, man. And on the card you're fighting with now, coming up here with, Conor and Dustin, the trilogy, you've got some big names on that card, man. What's that like?
I feel like I'm always on the most savage cards.
You got a good resume.
How it works out, like people start falling. Even if I want a crap card, like people start falling out, and then all of a sudden, all the substitutes are knockout artists with 5. It's crazy, man. I love it. It's my personal favorite, bro. I feel like it takes me back to the field again. Like that's the show. Yeah. Everybody wants to see nobody wants to see people hugging each other.
Do you feel pressure with that? Like with the big stage, with all the fans and the lights and the promotions, everyone turns on their TV and they see a promo for a Conor fight whenever Conor's coming up. How does that affect you come fight day? Or are you just used to it? Born and raised through it?
I'm born and raised through it, bro. I had one that was different. My first one, that was out of space, kind of different. All alone out there on that lonely walkway. But after that one, it was just like, oh yeah, this is the same. I can tune these guys out. I can tune them in. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, it's just like a stadium. It's less than a stadium, actually.
Yeah, no, it is. I know Conor has been calling to get his stadium match for a while now. I don't know how close that's coming to reality, but fighting with all these guys, and the pay-per-views and everything like that, are you a guy who's in this for like, hey, I just want to get my name as big as possible, cash in, cash out? There's a lot of other organizations out there right now that are throwing up big money, or are you like, hey, I want to stay with the UFC and keep getting, the top competition and submit my name, as one of the greats in heavyweight?
I'm always chasing the greatest title, man. I'm always chasing the belt, the legendary status. That's the goal, 100%. And I feel like I'm already close, man. I'm the guy that they said couldn't fight, shouldn't fight, and no way in hell he could figure out. And now people are, their game plans are take my beating and then hope they can get me to the ground. So, and I've only been doing this 3 years, man. Like, so I feel like a little more focused, like I got to stay locked in. I got to just like I was in football coming up, like not get ahead of myself. Don't get too cocky. Stay humble, but stay vicious. And bro, like in 2 years, man, I feel like I can make my serious legendary run, And I got some work to put in first. I got some notches to put into my belt and some people to knock off, but I definitely feel like it's close and I want it.
I love it, man. You said, anybody can get it, but is there somebody specifically, if you get, through this fight that you've been watching, eyeing, thinking you'd like to get a crack at?
Bro, I feel like I don't have a good answer, man, but only simply because I want to fight Volkov, bro. I just want my lick back.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man.
It's the wrong fight for me right now, but I want it.
No, man. As a fan, though, I love that, man. As a fan, I love it. I love that you like to stay active. I love that you got a little bit of pride to you, man. I like that. But, he's number 4 right now, and you're working. What's that?
That's a long way down the road, man.
It's there, though. It's there, though. I mean, but you look at it and how different things could be. If you did edge that out, which you weren't far from, if you did edge out that fight with him, what would the career look like now? So do you feel like still, hey, I'm ready for any of those top guys, give you a top 10 or even maybe a top 5?
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I'm right there. Like in 2 years, I wasn't talking about like in 2 years, I'm going to start making my run. I mean, like in 2 years, they're going to be talking about like, damn, he probably is the best heavyweight there is. So the run's about to start soon, man. This fight is a big fight. It's going to prove pretty much that I am exactly who the hell I said I am. And then we're going to start knocking off whoever they're going to give us, and they're not going to feed me any trash. There's no trash in the top 15. Everybody's going to come try to rip my head off or take me down. And Alexiolitic me, and we're gonna eat their hearts out, bro. That's really the only option. That's because they said the same thing with my amateurs. They said the same thing when I first came to the pros. Everybody tried it. They took me down, and then they got punched in the face. Like, the biggest guy was that San Antonio cat. He was making T-shirts in the face, and it's gonna happen. Like, guys, that's my new move. I'm sick of the BS. I'm about to have to get back to where I can, I got some tornado kicks coming for y'all.
Okay.
Switch kicks. I got some double tap joints. I got all kinds. I got to open up the package, bro. I want to go full video game for the fans. We'll talk.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Only
to it. You've been training with Justin Willis, right? Am I right about that? Yeah. He's pretty flashy guy.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he's nice, and he's got a little wrestling background. He's a big guy. It was actually a pretty good fit. We kind of exchanged back and forth. Like, I strike with him. That's good for him. He wrestled me. Great for me, and it was some good work, really, as two big strikers that like to do work. So
love it.
I'll get a couple more bodies like that, man, and just keep advancing on my partners and keep advancing on my training and work with better people to the point where I'm the better guy.
Cool, man. How who else are you training with these days, helping you get ready for this next fight?
Man, I kept kind of the same squad, but we had a Rashad Evans and his team, Tyron Spong. We work with him, and Gary Clark, same boxing coach, same jiu-jitsu coach, Devin Moultrie. We're just trying to right now add Dean Thomas is out on the road right now, but he'll be back hopefully soon after this fight. And we're just kind of trying to make sure the people we're adding are going to add solid input, man, so I can start eating the game and learning the game and becoming a mental fighter, as well as a physical fighter.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I know you're doing jiu-jitsu, striking. Obviously, you're at the highest level. You're doing everything. But what do you get more gassed up to when you're going to practice, man? What gets you more out of bed when you got a grappling practice to go to, or you got a striking class you got to do?
Oh, it's striking for sure. It's without a doubt. And it's simply because I put myself in there. Like, I challenged myself. Like, I walked into ATT without knowing what an underhook was or how to throw a punch. So, like, I have a bad habit of throwing myself in deep water, man. Mm-hmm. And like my coach, my coach is like a 3-stripe black belt. Fury, our coach Fury is like I think he's a 3-time world brown belt champion.
All right, nice. That's
and Rashad so everybody in there is just torturing me, man. So when I go to wrestling or when I go to jiu-jitsu, bro, it's a work day.
Yeah, man. Sometimes those brown belts, man, like they'll surprise you. Sometimes if I'm not mistaken, Mason Flower right now, I think that's his name. He's the guy killing it on like the Submission Underground scene and tapping out black belts. So there's something to be said about those brown belts who haven't got their black belt yet. So
you gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful, man.
Yeah.
They're fresher and more anxious than the black belts.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that.
I did get my stripe on my white belt, though. I got one stripe.
Oh, yeah, baby. Congrats.
I'm moving up in the world. Up in the world.
Hey, that's all that matters. But, the big thing is they got to take you down to be able to grapple with you. And you're a big guy. And so good luck to them. So, for someone like me, I walk around 185 pounds. I might need to know a little more takedown defense than you. But yeah, I don't think you have to
wait too much. Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think you're rooted into the ground pretty well most of the time. Oh man, but as far as the fight preparations go, you got the crowd coming up here. How does that feel? Anything different leading up to this camp? It's a big card. There's some different external things going on, but internally, is it all mostly the same for you preparation wise?
Pretty much, other than just excitement coming off a loss, always puts me in the mood to fight.
Mm-hmm, I bet.
So I'm super hyped up, trying to keep it relaxed.
Yeah. No, I know how you can get ahead of yourself being a competitive person, especially someone like you that's been in the league with the NFL, and now you're at the highest stage here, and you're gonna go play basketball. So obviously you're a very competitive person, man. Do you keep up with the grappling scene right now? I know you've been grappling for a while, and you've been in UFC. So yeah, I imagine you know Mason Flower and keep up with Submission Underground. Are you a fan of the sport, even though you don't like to really grapple in your fights? Do you enjoy watching grappling and just the art of grappling?
I enjoy grappling. It's just in practice I get abused, so it's not as fun. going to open mat or going to floor rolling or something.
No
But no,
doubt.
I'm down for jiu-jitsu, man. Jiu-jitsu, and one of my first coaches was 10th Planet brown belt, and it was just
Yeah.
it was fun, because it's a lot of flow, a lot of creativity up
Mm-hmm.
my alley, eclectic, kind of just in your mind,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
That's
submission over position kind of situation, and that kind of got me to falling in love with like having fun with it as opposed to drilling like normal like like you're supposed to, of course.
mm-hmm.
But that got me into following underground, and then I've been following the world circuit until COVID popped up, and then trying to get back on it now. And just I like to see what those guys got, man. It's a I think that's like a super high level of competition too.
Oh yeah,
It,
it's a
it
very
takes a lot of power and muscle power to get that, especially with the gi, bro.
oh yeah.
That's
Oh. You gotta
so
it's
hard.
a different world, man, with the gi. Like that's a different world. That's crazy stuff. I mean, but I mean, you won't catch me in too many gi classes right now, man. I enjoy no gi like no other. That's my favorite thing. I grew up wrestling. I enjoy just grappling, but the gi stuff's tough, man. It's tough. But the unfortunate thing is, like if you want a belt, you kind of really got, unless you're at 10th Planet, which my twin brother right now is at 10th Planet San Diego with Boogie and all them out there. So, they can belt without doing gi, but I don't really know anywhere else, especially over here in Charlotte, that you can belt without doing some gi. So it's necessary. But yeah, man, as far as that goes, does it interest you to ever get a submission victory in the UFC and stick it to the haters?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I told you, I got all kinds of stuff coming for you, bro. I might throw I'm a plot your way. I might throw a go plot your way. I don't even know how. It depends upon how I'm feeling, man. Like I said, I want to You know how it is back in the Charlotte with Panthers days, bro. Like when I get in my entertaining mode, man,
Mhm.
I might try to play kicker, bro. I don't know. I go block a punt. You know what I'm saying? Play gunner.
Yeah,
What we need, coach? Like what y'all want to see? Like
yeah. You
it's
caught a touchdown in college.
5 of them joints.
Yeah. What was yeah, but no, you definitely make things happen, man. So uh for sure, man, for sure. As far as Charlotte goes, when you were out here, were you watching UFC when you were in the league? Were you keeping up
Oh
on it?
yeah, the UFC was all we had on, bro. We would go to back when. Remember when was it Wild Wings?
Uh-huh.
Buffalo Wild Wings was big in the
They always had the events, man. Yeah.
bro. Like everybody, like it was like the only place that you could get it at, bro. I was there every weekend, man. It was
Oh
all the
yeah.
me and my
Yeah.
boys. Keto at MMA, bro. That's all
Keto
we did.
MMA? What?
Yeah, all we did. Keto at MMA.
Man, I had a little hole in the wall that, like, because if you had a if you were like a restaurant or a business and you rented the fights, you got like a bigger fee to pay if you were like advertising using the fights and everything. So I had a guy who I won't mention him and air him out, but he would put a poster up on his door, but that was like the only advertising he did, and then he'd buy it for like the normal price. And so everybody would be over there watching that thing, no cover fee or anything like that. We would always be up there when I was younger. But it's tough for me to watch it out there because I'm so into it. Obviously, I got this freaking podcast, but I just want to hear the smacks. I want to hear everything. Like I gotta be glued to the couch when I'm watching the UFC, man. So but I'll go out every now and then, man, and we do something publicly, man. But you know, if you're ever back in Charlotte, let me know, man. I'll show you my little hole in the wall, man. We got some good stuff, and I'll show you a couple places to roll, man. I just came off shoulder surgery, but Jimmo and Gastonia right here near Charlotte. Chris Weidman's been training there. Anthony Smith popped in. But then there's some regulars like some lighter guys and stuff. But yeah, man, if you ever need a place to roll in the Carolinas, man, hit up Breeze. I got you, man.
I'm gonna hit you up next time I slide through, brother. We'll get it in.
All right, for sure, man. For sure, man. As far as MMA goes, like we said, you got a lot of time left in it. You feel like, you said you feel like all cylinders are kind of firing now and kind of coming together. Do you feel like you're peaking yet, or you feel like, man, there's just still so much to grow, so much to show?
I'm still a child in this sport, man. That's why I still call myself the Prince of War.
Not
Like
the
I got
king.
got some wins. I got some accomplishments. You know, I had I tied for the first in heavyweights most fights. Like I did some stuff, and it's just like,
Sure.
but still, feeling wasn't there. It was like I still feel like a young Naruto, bro. Like I got some stuff to master, man, before I can really unlock the beast in there. And I feel like when that happens, I'm gonna be the king of war, man. And that's when you're gonna see the entertainment value. I just got to keep adding it up, you know, keep putting it together.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, good stuff. Are you thinking you'll end your career with the UFC when it's all said and done? You think you'll retire there, or will you kind of maybe just see who's willing to pay you some?
Hey, man, we got some time. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
decade
A
for you.
decade. All right. Decade with the UFC still. I love it. I'll be there. I'll watch.
Like I said, we might. I want to do some boxing too, man. We're gonna do some kickboxing maybe. Like, yo, like I said, once I get a hang of this, bro, like I'm gonna start actually enjoying this stuff and enjoying practice and moving around. Like I'm willing to try everything.
Yeah. What do you take about the celebrity boxing stuff?
I'm straight on all that. I'm not a celebrity.
What if some
I can never pull a Floyd because I don't have his money, but I can for DAMN sure tell you I'm one of the baddest men on the planet athletically. And I would never fight a NARP, a non-athletic regular person. I can't
really?
do it. It's a
Yeah.
danger to health.
Yeah.
Bro,
100%.
if you stay, yo, I got like my first 6 fights are under like a minute. There's no way in hell I should be fighting a celebrity. It would be
No,
terrible.
no, man. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
And yo, that's my personality too, bro. Like I want to fight the big dude. I want to fight whoever's the baddest man. That's so I can be the baddest man. Like fighting a
Yeah.
celebrity,
Nah,
and then I
man.
and then I do want the same check. I want the same check though. Actually, I want a
Yeah.
bigger.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, do you cast any judgment on Floyd for making this fight with Logan Paul coming up happen? What is
we
your
don't
perception on that?
we don't cast judgment on nobody, man. Everybody
Love
gets
it.
it how they get it. Do your own flavor, bro. Especially in this world today, man. It's hard out here, bro. So
100%.
I'm the Sands ambassador out here, but I do not put myself in that. I would not put myself in that position in any way, any time, for any reason, especially when I'm at least a billion up. But you know, I can't. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not 100 millionaire, so I can't think to understand his thoughts. Just like I can't expect people to understand how I think. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's weird though, right?
Yeah. No,
I
it's
feel I feel like in my head at one point I was like, bro, I should have just did the CM Punk thing. I should have just came out like if this is what it's about. But then I'm like, nah, man, I like my respect. I like
yeah.
my respect.
And cheers to you, man. Cheers to you for coming out as a football player and actually taking it seriously and being disciplined and doing the mental parts as well as the physical fun stuff. Cheers to you for actually becoming a martial artist, man. I mean, you're actually at the top of the top, proving you're a talented, versatile athlete. So my hat's off to you, man. You always have my view when you tune into the fights. And I appreciate you tuning in. I won't hold you too much longer, but I do want to just lastly ask, on the card that you're in with such star power, who do you have taking this trilogy with Conor and Dustin, and how do you see that one playing out?
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I was at ATT. I'm not there no more, but I'm a game guy, so I gotta go with Dustin.
All right.
Like, he trains hard. Like he proved it. He proved it last time that he wasn't playing, and he's got that dog about him, bro. Like I'm, like that's my style of fighting. Like anybody with that dog, like it's hard when they get on top. Like they don't get satisfied. They get hungry.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a beating coming for the Mystic Mac, man.
All right. All right. I
For sure.
feel it. And last prediction from you, just for your fight, man. When do you see that? How do you see that ending? And what round do you think that's going down?
I give him about 3 minutes, 50 seconds, first round.
3 minutes 50 seconds. All right, I might
Uh,
just put some money on that exact second, just for
That's probably about how long it take me.
350. All right, cool. Sounds like a plan, and I won't be surprised if it happens. But Appreciate you, man. And good luck with your fight. We'll chat soon.
All right, bless up, bro. Appreciate your time, man.